What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Persona 3 Reload and why I am getting this game. This is a video series I do where I talk about an upcoming game and discuss whether I'm getting it, not getting it, somewhere in between. And, well, this one was easy. Persona, look, I'm not going to pretend like I've been a Persona fan for my entire life. I jumped in at Persona 4 Golden on the PS Vita, the all-time great gaming handheld. You guys all know that, right? And then Persona 5, first, really big jump into the franchise, not on handheld in that sense, and I freaking adore it. I think this is an incredibly good series, and for Persona 3 Reload, well, part of the reason why I'm getting this game, well, number one, I have never played Persona 3 in my life. Now, that comes with a little caveat because I actually, when these games went on Game Pass, right, when 3 and actually, well, a whole trilogy almost of them, right, but 3, Gold, and so on, they come to Game Pass, and I tried 3. I played the first I think I played about 2 hours of it, got the general, the beginning and the introduction of these characters, what's the themes, what's going on, and I was going through it, and I really liked it. I didn't stop playing it because, I thought it was terrible or anything. This was around the time that there were a lot of, whether it was rumors or whether it was already confirmed that there was a Persona 3 remake in the works, and I said, you know what? Why would I do this portable version? And people, there was kind of some back and forth on the quality of the version that went on Game Pass. So I thought, okay, let's just hold your horses and let's wait for this one to come out. So, that's a big reason for me. And I've actually stayed very, very much in, the dark on this game. I do know, general themes. I have heard the talk that this is the darkest of the Persona game. It's a very, very dark story and theme and all that stuff, and I'm really, really excited to jump in. I thought, okay, well, let's wait till this remake, because this remake is gonna be about, and I will say this again with a caveat or another caveat, I was gonna say this is gonna be the best version or the best way to play Persona 3. Now, there's some things wrong with that, right? For the Persona fans out there, there's some missing content here. I don't know what specifically it is, what plays out in it, but my plan here, I suppose, is to beat this, play it and beat it, get, in that way, the best experience of this game. At least I hope so, and I think so. And then, look at the rest of it. Probably have to just do that through, watching it on YouTube, right? I guess you could actually play it, but easier way, at least in the short term, would be watching it. So that's kind of my game plan. And again, I understand that. I understand that's definitely made some people mad that this is your chance to make the definitive version of Persona 3, right? And honestly, from everything we've seen of this game, it definitely looks like, for the most part, it is, or at least what's in this game is probably the best way of playing it, right? It looks phenomenal. It looks it basically looks like if you put Persona 3 in a Persona 5 Royal, filter, and it came out the other end. That's what this looks, and that's not a bad thing whatsoever, right? It was as if Persona 3 was made more nowadays, and I'm excited for that because I kind of want to see what they do with it. Metaphor, the next game from them that comes out, later on this year, and then obviously Persona 6, maybe next year, maybe 2026. We have some exciting years ahead for this kind of genre of games, but you had this entire opportunity, and there is some stuff that was missing and left aside, and I know that's upset some people, but another reason that this is an easy get, at least for me, is Game Pass, right? I want to throw that in terms of why am I getting the game? Look, would I have bought it if it wasn't on Game Pass? Absolutely. This is a game I go out of my way eventually to obtain, right? But being on Game Pass, I still think that's a really, really sweet deal. We were kind of eating good Game Pass in this genre of games back even in November. You got The Man Who Erased His Name was on Game Pass, Persona 5 Tactica, obviously Reload, and like I said, you had Golden and so on. I don't think Persona 6 or anything like that would be on Game Pass, and I definitely want to own Persona 6 eventually when it comes out, but that's a great extra thing, helps it out. I like to talk in these videos also about kind of the quality of when the game comes out. It's packed. This doesn't kick off the year. For me, it's Infinite Wealth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which is, I believe, the 26th of January. You got Tekken on the same day. And then right after is when we get hit with this stuff, right? Suicide Squad, Persona, Grand Blue, right? There's actually quite a bit very early February. And they're all massive. Suicide Squad might be the shortest, right? But you think to something like an Infinite Wealth. Even the week after this is Helldivers. That's more of a live service. It's going to be around a while, right? These games are huge. And Persona 3 is freaking enormous, right? This is a game that takes 60, 70, 80 hours. So again, another part of my game plan, I'm probably getting it through Game Pass, and I'm definitely going to play this game at some point. Will I play it right away? Well, I tend to go in like order of release. Infinite Wealth comes first, so that might get some of my attention until I beat Infinite Wealth, and then Persona is maybe like the middle of February is when I play this game. But no, I'm really excited. I definitely am, because I've heard a lot of great things. I don't think I've ever heard like this is the best one. Like growing up or getting into the franchise and getting into Persona 4 Golden, I kind of spoiled it. I had heard that was the one, right? When Golden was on Vita, and that was like the definitive, for whatever reason, right? I joke about the Vita, but that was like the definitive place to play it. And you had so many people saying, this is the best one. And even when Persona 5 is coming, now I love the cast of 5. I love 5 to death. But you have a lot of people still very strong on 4 is the best, right? So when I got into the franchise, I always heard that 4 is the best, and it's a legendary game. But I never heard that with 3. 3 was, this is a dark game. This is darker than 4 and 5. And I never heard that it was better than 4 and 5, right? Just that it was darker. So I'm excited to give it a try just for that. I mean, I'm all for darker games. I think there's some games that, like a Sea of Stars, maybe could have used a little darker energy kind of infused to it to make it just an all-time great. I still think it's an amazing game. But, sometimes I like that darker spin on it. And if 3 has it, I'm all for that. So I'm excited to play it. Will I beat it right away? No, this is going to take, to sink 60, 70, 80 hours in. Like, that's going to take about a month and a half, 2 months. It's going to take a little while. So I'll be covering it best I can. There'll be videos here and there, but it is going to take a while for me to beat it. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.